Hey guys, back again at you, coming with you a little bit different video. As you can tell, we don't have a firearm in front of us. We have a reloader. Let me pan you up here. This is the Lee Load All 2. Not a real expensive reloader at all. It's fairly inexpensive, well under $100 for this little thing. As you can tell, I'm on a board here. I don't have a good spot in my garage to set this up. My garage is not insulated, so water would probably get in my reloader here, probably mess it up as far as water wise. And of course, water and powder don't mix, y'all know that. But I'm gonna walk you through a reload here. I have these Federal Top Guns. They are a real cheap hull. They're nothing fancy. Straight wall. I believe that's what they are. And they're about a reload twice and throw it away type deal. These guys will be, this is the second time they'll be reloaded. Shot once from the factory. Loaded and shot from the factory. And then I'll reload them. And that's probably about as far as we'll go. But I'm just bulk storing ammo right now, so I'm not going to take a lot out to shoot. I just tested one of those. Actually, I just tested with some 32 cal buck here, and held a pretty tight group. I'm not pushing real far distance right now. I'm about 10 to 20 yards most of the time. I test those distance out. This basically like a home defense situation is about all I am doing, because you can't find this stuff anywhere. And plus, once you get into it, you get set up, you are reloading pretty cheaply. I think I did the math on it a couple weeks ago. I'm a 3-inch load with 12 double aught, which is .350 caliber. It's double aught plus, a little bit bigger than your standard .330 buck. I've putting 10 in a 3/4 inch shotgun shell, and I have some of these loaded up with that. And I'm running it's about 64 cents after you reload. About 64 cents a shot shell, which ain't bad. And I'm running these Clay Buster. They're CB 1138, or they're the AA 112R replacements. They are shorter. They got a little bit shorter of a piston. And I also have these AA 112s, these clear ones. I like both of these guys. You can tell the difference here. You got a real longer piston on the one on the right side here, guys. Both of them hold pretty good buck. Now, I haven't tested this out, this wad with the 32 caliber buck. I forgot what buck I had there. But I have with this, and I'm getting 15 pellets in a 2 3/4 inch. Reloaded with the HS6 at 30.8 grains. Just a side note. I don't care if you guys watch this to go by on the reloader here. Just be cautious and really don't consider this for your reloading data, guys. I am new to this, and we're just testing stuff out, so that's what you guys got to do too. I definitely suggest you get some books and go through all those books, and so you don't have to start maxed load out, maxed payload in them. I know I didn't. I started about, like I said, I'm shooting 30.8 now, which is what my charge is. I'm throwing my max charge, but I started out down near 26 and worked up. I was real cautious about that. And we're using CCI primers. These little guys, shot shell primers. So I'm going to go ahead and lay one in there. So your first stage here is going to be your sizing your deprimer. I want to scoot you here because my reloader will hit the camera here. Hang tight here. And we'll adjust you. There we go. We're going to take you up just a little bit. So your first one here is your deprimer and resize. Now if you shoot these out of your own shotgun, right out of the factory, say this thing's factory loaded and you've got a Mossberg 500 or whatever, and you shoot it, you will not have to resize these. Now if your buddy wants to shoot them, which is fine, he can shoot them, but when you get them back and if you keep the holes, you'll have to resize them for your shotgun again. So what we're going to do is we're going to move you again. It's got a handle, a fairly big handle that kind of gets in the way. So we're going to make sure she's straight, and always inspect your holes. I just saw that because the light come through, so that's a no-no. You don't want no pipe bombs. And just check them out. If they're splitting up top where you're going to be crimping, you don't want to really reload those. So you're going to bring your handle down, push it. Now these already had the primers knocked out, so now it's resized. I dropped my new primer in. And these are fairly easy to reprime or deprime. And now you got a new primer in there, and you always want to make sure it's level. So you stick it through your third and fourth stage here. So you're going to drop your handle down. Your machine's going to come down. You're going to drop your powder in. You guys didn't get that on camera. So you're going to kick this over, and it's going to drop your powder in. Then you're going to kick it back over. You can see the powder mark. It's going to go back over that way. And that's dropped your powder in. Now you're going to take your wad, whatever wad you want. Like I said, definitely get you some and test them. You're going to push it in there. Now with the AA112Rs, if you can hear a little powder rattling, I would just take you a little marker, knock it down in there, and it pretty much solves that problem. So now you guys bring it back down. Your wad's in, sitting pretty nice. So now you're going to get you some buck. Like this one will hold 15 of these. So we're going to drop 15 in, and they go by threes. If you can see how they stack pretty nice. So that's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, one more, and for 15. That puts us out of the wad, which I've been testing. I've probably tested about 50 out of the wad, and I've only had one with Alliant Pro Reach powder that boogered up my hole. So I don't reload them with Alliant Pro Reach anymore. That's more my hunting powder. And at the time, that's all I had. That's all I could find. So we'll bring you guys back up here. Try not to get seasick on me. So you'll notice here there's a 6 and a number 8 sitting there. So what your 6 and number 8 means is, take a peek at that, they stack in there by 3s. So 5 rows, 5 columns of 3 there. That's pretty nice. So what you're going to do is, this is an 8-point shotgun hole. So there's 2, 4, 6, and over here is 8. So that guides you on where to put them here. So obviously you see a 6, you're not going to get that one. You're going to set it in the back. And there is a little trick here. You need to get these little folds. If you can see the little fold right here, you need to get that facing you. Now if you did 6 crimper, you need to get the point of the fold towards you. But since we're doing an 8, you need to get the fold in between the points to you, straight to you. And you will know when you crimp it if you did it right. So we're going to move you guys over again. Hang with me. You're going to get it. It looks pretty good, so we're going to bring it on down. This is your pre-crimp. It's not going to crimp it completely. And you ain't got to put a Hercules force on it just yet. Now when you move it over to your final stage, doesn't matter where it sits. You just push it on in there. And give her just a little stout push. And there you go. A little bit of an over crimp. Decent though. I mean, these Federals won't crimp perfectly every time. But they'll do pretty decent. Not bad at all. 2 3/4 inch shell. 1532 cal buck in it. Not too bad, which I'm not sure. 32 cal may run to like a number 1 buck or something. But guys, that's how you do that. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just comment down at the comment section. Hit the like button if you like this, or share it as well. If you want to see something else, comment down there. We'll be back with firearms as soon as we can. And we'll holler at you later, guys. Be safe.